Okay, so it's the next day. So last night I slow stitched and put some applique on my spine bit. So, and I've sort of made a placement of how I want my cover. So I think I might actually get that on because I like the way it is and I'm going to forget. So I'll just glue that on. Okay, so I think I had that like that. And then I'll get this little December calendar, which I thought was very appropriate for a December daily journal. And just do that like that. So I might just put that little embellishment on later. So I'll just show you what I did with my little spine. So this is my very first attempt at slow stitching, so don't judge me. But it was a lot of fun, and we watched Lord of the Rings last night, which is a 3-hour movie, and it pretty much took me 3 hours to do that. So that's the reverse side where I've got all my stitching. So I put the lace down. And what I did was I went onto Pinterest and I just sort of typed in slow stitch because I sort of wasn't sure, was I meant to be doing double thread? Do I stitch on the lace? I wasn't sure, so I thought, well, it's my first go. I'm not really going to be too stressed about it all. So I just did some slow stitching across there. Of course I just got some white cotton and I just tacked down the lace and my applique bit, so I just went around and did all of that, and then I did some slow stitching here, and that's a little bit messy because what I did was I just did single thread, but it just didn't look very good, so I decided I would do double thread, and I've gone over it again. And then I did some slow stitching over here, and then I was sort of looking and I'm thinking, oh, I've covered most of it up with lace and the applique. So I got some seed beads and I sat there in the dark and I stitched on all these seed beads, but I'm quite happy this morning looking at that, how that's turned out. And then I got some sequins and I just put some sequins there on the little Christmas bauble, and then I put some little star ones on the Christmas tree and just sort of randomly threw out there. Now actually what I thought I would do is have a quick look and see if I could get some Christmas buttons. I'll be back. So I wondered whether maybe, because I had lost just the little bit edge of that tree, either that, which doesn't look too bad, but I'm just a bit worried that will knock off, or I could put some little buttons there, but yeah, I just feel that that doesn't really do a lot. I don't mind the look of that little angel though, so anyway, I'll put that aside and I might put that on later. So anyway, that's my fabric spine. So I've got my cover pieces on, so I'll just glue them down, make sure they're all down nicely, and I'll just put that aside. So I gathered some paper, got these little bits left over from when I did the cover. This is a digital download that I thought I would decorate the journal. I'm just going to pop that one there. There's some more paper there, but I think I'm going to use those more to decorate. There's another little bit there. So I've got some book pages, and I've got some of that. This one here is not double-sided, that's double-sided. Now I've got some papers here that I've pulled out. I got some straw paper. I definitely want to put some of that one in from Roxy Creations. These are some pages actually from the composition book, so I'll definitely at least put one in there. Now I want to put in 15 sheets, so that'll give me 30 sheets. So I've got some craft brown, that's like some satin paper, so graft paper. I've got some ledger paper. That one is available in my Etsy shop, by the way, if anybody would like to get a few sheets. And that one definitely. Okay, so if I get my book and I'll get my cutter. Let's put that there. Okay, so I want, let me think. I am doing this on the fly. I never ever do journals like this, but I think it's a good experience. So I probably want it around about 22 centimeters, and okay, 22 centimeters. Cut my first sheet down and then I'll use that as a marker. Alright, so that's that. Yeah, that's fine. If I cut that in half, if I fold that in half, how's that going to fit? Okay, so we can do that. So have I got, so if I fold that in half, that will fit. Might be a little bit high, so I might have to trim just a fraction. If I trim a fraction off the top and a fraction off the bottom, I think it will be okay. So it's the 1st of December, so it's not too late, but geez, I put it in. It's not too late, but I left it to the last minute, didn't I? At least I'm going to get it in. So it's never too late. So I've just made a pencil mark of where I want to cut, because I love putting graph paper in. And I find that when I make journals like this, I don't think about it too much. I just sort of throw them together. I find that they actually turn out to be really good. Okay, so let's get myself organised here. So let's put my folded ones over here. Okay, so that's going to be okay. I found this. This is out of a gardening diary, and that's definitely one of my plans. So that's already folded. My plans for December is we want to get our garden sorted out. So it's going to be that. And some of these papers, just when I went through, they were a little bit kind of crinkled, and I just wanted to use them in my own journal. Yeah, I think that would be okay. I found that, and I definitely want to use that, but that'll be, actually, I think I do want to include that. What I was thinking was, if I fold that like that, and I'm probably going to need to trim a little bit just off the edge there, because I thought that would be fun. I'm going to have to glue that down onto something, but I do have an idea. I've got these envelopes actually, so I could, yeah, that would be about the right size. yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I will glue that down, and then I'll use my envelope on the other side, just so I can use it just to put things in, and then I can decorate that. So we'll work on that. So I'll just pop that there for now. I've got some doily. I've got a lolly bag or a popcorn bag. I'm not really sure, but I thought that would be fun to put in. Now this one is the straw paper. I fold that, yeah, I think if I fold that in half, that will be okay. Okay. Just fold that up properly. Okay, so that's that. This is just some letter paper, which was just a little bit dog-eared, so I thought I would just use that up in my journal. And then I've got a couple of pieces of, so what I'll do is I'll trim this off. Okay, and I think I said 22 centimeters, so let's do that. I don't think it really matters which way I do it. Now that's single-sided, but that's okay. We'll just decorate that. And then I've got this one, which is double-sided. I don't think it really matters which bit I lose on that. Okay. Okay, so this one, I'll trim that from the top. So we'll do 22 centimeters. And then, there we go. Got that like that. Actually, this might be a nice cover. That might be my very first bit. Now this one here, I think I worked out if I trim the borders, this is just an old Christmas book that I've had, and I've gotten quite a few pages out of this. I'm down to the last few, but I do like it. Now, I think what I'll do, okay, so I can put this away. I'm finished with this now. And so, glue out. Now I think what I'll do is I will, doesn't really matter which way I do it, I'll glue that down. I might use this glue because it seems a little bit stronger than, I use this glue for fabrics. It sticks it down, so it just seems a little bit stickier. So because this will be going in the middle, I will use that, I think. And then what I'll do is I will fold that in half, just easing that in. I probably need my scoreboard, but let's see how we go. Just there we go. Okay, so I'll fold that like that. And then what I'll do is I will just make a little mark, and I will fold my mark just there. So I'll fold that in like that. And then I will come in and I will do the same here. Okay, let's get that straight. There we go. And then I think we'll do that like that. So we've got that, and it opens out like that. And I'm not going to worry about trimming those edges. Okay, so let's put it together. So we've got that. I think that would be cool. Some straw paper. So actually what I might do is I seem to have lost my, that's right, here it is. Okay, so I think I'll glue that. This is really old. I got this, this came from a deceased estate. So I'm going to have to repair this a little bit, I think. I think I will need to glue this bit down. Okay, let's glue that down there. That's going to fold, and that's going to be where I sew. So I'm going to attach something else to the other side of that. But what I'm going to do is just attach an envelope pocket to the other side here. Okay, so I'll carefully stick that down there. Okay, so we've got that happening. Okay, so that's one bit. So now I have to figure out what I'm going to put on the other side. And I guess I don't have to do that now. I could just leave that, and then as I'm decorating, I might find something that I want to include. And then I've got this little flap here that I can do that. Yeah, I think I'll leave that like that. Now, that does stick up a little bit high. So I might just, oh no, it just needs to be moved down. It's still a little bit high. Alright, so we'll trim that right off the bottom there. Should be fine. Okay, so I like that like that. That's better. Yep, I'll put that like that. It does come up a little bit at the top, so I might, and it's not quite flush, so I might just trim that. Like that. And then I'll take, even if I take that off the bottom, hopefully that will be enough. And this is my process of thinking, guys, so sorry if I'm really talking out loud, aren't I? There we go. Okay, that's not too bad. It's going to probably, no, it's okay. It's going to stick out a little bit, but I don't mind it sticking out the top. I do like to get my bottoms flush. Okay, right. So I think we'll put in that. We'll put in, now we might put in that at this point. What else have I got here? Yeah, I might put that like that. That is going to need to be folded in. So I'm going to fold this in a little bit, and that's fine because I can either I can glue it down and then I can use it as a side tuck.
If you turn the Dan Murphy's and then turn back on yourself, don't you?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm going to leave that like that. That's fine. Okay, so we've got that. So yeah, I can either leave it open as a little side flap and I can either attach something to it to extend the page out, or I can glue it down, decorate it, and then use it to tuck something in. Okay, so where are we? Yes, I might put that in. And then, now I want a nice centre page, don't I? What have I got here? Oh, that's that. No, I will put that. But I was kind of figuring I wouldn't mind putting something in the centre page. All right, let's have a look what we've got here. Got that and that. All right, how are we looking? Now, I'm probably going to need to trim this one down a little bit on the side and a little bit off the top. So I'm going to lose some of that lovely aging, but never mind. Alright, so I think that will be okay. Considering the paper is so old, it's actually quite strong. It's not brittle, so that's good. Okay, so that's gone. So maybe what I'll do is I might put that in the centre. That would be nice. Put all these aside. So all these I'm going to keep. Okay, let's fold that. It's got a little bit of the seam on the side, so let's just trim that down. Just have a thought. Okay. All right, so we have got I think that looks quite nice like that actually. With that, keep that like that, and I'll put my bag. Might put my bag in here and break that up a little bit. Okay, let's have a look how that's going. Yeah, that's going to be fine. Okay, so let me get out my sewing. What colour do I want? that, but I don't know. I've used that before. It seems a bit thin. It's supposed to be strong, but I don't think I'll risk it. Right, I'll stick with this. So I'm just going to do a 3-hole pamphlet. Well, normally I just go 3. That's when I do a 5, so I probably won't need as much. Okay. These and got these. Okay, my pokey tool. All right, so what I'm going to do is all right, so okay, so I use a phone book and I'm just gonna go through my pages. So how many have I got? I've got 1, 2, 3, that will be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I need 13, 20, that's plenty. 13, 26, that's 48 pages. It's going to be more than enough. All right, so, okay, so what I do is, let's just, I think I was pretty happy with how everything was. So I'm just going to use these clips to hold everything in. I just picked these up in an op shop haul, so I don't know where you get the large, super large ones, but I was just very lucky to have just found them one day. Okay, so I just fold in half and I push everything in. Pretty sure I'm happy with everything. Where's my little, I just want to check that little, yeah, I'm happy with that. Just that little fold out thing. Then what I do, okay, so let's do the center hole first. Okay, so we've got, yeah, let's say 22. So we want 11. That is our halfway. So I'm just going to get my ball and I'm just going to poke my hole in my middle there. Okay, then what I do is I usually use a smaller one, so I'll just see where the placement of this hole will go. Yeah, it's probably, maybe if I just go up, yeah, like that, and just do the same here, about there. Yeah, that's just going to catch that. So I think I saw this little trick from Sea Lemon when I did my Outlander. I just want to make sure that that will go. No, it didn't. Okay,
going early, but I'll go.
Okay, babe. I know I've got to fix it. It's a bit useless. All right, see you, babe. So what time is it, hun?
About nearly 5 to 9.
Yep. Okay. So just poke that hole there, and then poke that hole there. Okay. So so they can go away. Something dropped. All right, so I'll get my needle. I think I'll use this one. Get my thread. I don't know if I've ever done this on a on a video before, so this is going to be interesting. Okay, right. Finish with that. It can go away. Okay, so we'll line this up. And I've never done this before either, so this is new for me. So, all right, make sure we get it straight. We want that. Okay, so yeah, happy with that. Okay, so I'm going to come in the middle. Okay, this is going to be interesting. I've got it the right way. Yes, I've got that the right way. Okay, so just want to make sure I'll have that in the middle there, like that. Okay, so come in the middle. Now, trying to think how I'm going to know how to come up the other end. So I'm just going to poke that like that. Okay. And that's a better way of doing it. Just poke my fabric and then I'll just feed it through. There we go. And I'll come up here. Well, that's a bit easier doing it that way. Okay, yep, that's come in the middle, out there. Sorry, this is a little bit messy, but it's my first time of doing it, so you guys can watch by my example. Once we get there, then it's a bit easier, isn't it? We know where to poke our hole. So I don't know whether maybe you can just do a little bit of a tack. There we go, got that. Oh. That's a bit stressful. Okay, so I can take that off now. That's always the good bit, isn't it, when you sew and you can take your needle off the thread. Okay, so my camera stopped, but I think we got most of that in. Don't know if you want to watch that, but done. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just going to take these clips off. Okay, so they're finished with. Alright, so I'm just getting to the point now where I'm just tightening my strings just to make sure everything's in there firmly. So I turn it over and I just test the tension, which is pretty good. Okay, so just make some ties, some knots there, okay. Gosh, I'm all fumble fingers this morning, aren't I? Alright, so I'm just going to snip those and I'm just going to leave them because I'll probably end up putting some little charms in there. So that was all that I had left over, so that's not too bad. Alright, so I just want to, oh yeah, it feels nice and firm actually. But what I want to do now is just test it. So I just like to fold it. In fact, what I like to do is go from the reverse. Now that's probably, it is in the middle, but I guess as the book expands, it'll get better. I just want to just fold it. That's my little pocket. And then that's my little flip there. I could even put some little acetate in there if I wanted. And I've got like another little flip there that I could end up putting something on if I want. So that folds out. That's nice. Happy with that. Oh look, the little candle shows through. Okay, again, I can flip that out if I want, or I can glue it down and just use it as a little tuck. I've got my little baggie I can decorate. I've got that. I mean, these are a little bit torn, but I mean, I can put washi on it, or, you know, some trim to decorate it. I like that. That's really pretty. And yeah, so what I do is I just fold it and just sort of mold it in so that it sort of becomes the journal. Sort of tease the papers in. Okay, so that's something I'll need to add something there. Okay. Alright, so that's feeling pretty good. So I think what I'll do now is I'll add my trim. Okay, so that will go and wrap around like that. Okay, so we'll get some glue. I might use this glue here for this. This is Helmar's fabric glue. I'm just thinking, okay, so, right. Let me just eyeball this. I want to cover that. So I probably want to come in, yeah, just a little bit over here, like so. Okay. Alright, so I just want to make sure I get this all the right way. So get my stitching in there. And now what I do want to do is get that. So I'm just going, just so I can show you what I'm doing, just going to run my glue across this fabric here because I want to definitely get that down. I'm hoping this will be a sturdy journal. Okay. Yep, I think that's probably a good amount of glue there. I'm just going to fold that down now and just ease that on. Okay, then I just want to get this bit on here now. And hopefully when it's all done, it will sit properly. Okay, so that's all that. So what I'm doing is, as I'm gluing it, I'm pushing my signature in. I'm just making sure that everything is tight and firm. That's not bad, actually. It does. Okay, let me see if it's too late. Okay. Yeah, that's actually not too bad. I'm pretty happy with that. Thank you, Rachel. That was a very good demo that you gave, because that is actually quite solid hold. Now I've done that probably the wrong way. I probably needed to do that first and then put the cover over. That's okay. That's what I could probably do, is just get some, just sort of, right. That's better. I just needed to push this bottom bit in here just a bit over, and that is now, yeah, that's sitting better now. All right. I think it's this. Honestly, I'm really happy with that. Okay, so I will need to trim that a little bit, because I think it's poking up just a bit much. Okay, so I'm just going to trim, but obviously I'm just going to be careful not to get my stitching. And then I'll just have to fray those edges again. There we go. Come off there. All right, guys. Well, there she is. I'm very happy with that. Thank you, Rachel. Lovely papers, lovely tutorial. I'm just going to just play around, and what I need to do is just fray these edges up a little bit. So I'll just work at that. But yeah, you can see what I do. Just give that a bit of a trim. So I'm just going to play around and just get these edges a bit more frayed, and then I'll do the same at the bottom. Can't help myself doing it now. And I will, that's the only thing, is that I should have put these down first and then put the paper over, but that's okay, because what I can do is just get some Christmas trim, and I'll just or I might, yeah, put some Christmas trim down there, and put some Christmas trim down there, and I might even put a pocket on the inside. So there we have it. That's my December daily journal done in the nick of time, 1st of December. Off to edit this video now, and hopefully inspired you. Check out Rachel's papers, or just use any papers, but I have used not a sewing machine. I've just hand stitched that. So if you want to get into some slow stitching, there's a little, I do recommend that, just a little fun way to get started. Okay guys, have a great day. See you later. Bye.